The sound of the church bells echoed in my ears, louder than anything I had ever heard before. I stood there, hidden in the crowd, watching her walk down the aisle. Her white dress shimmered under the soft glow of the church lights, and for a brief moment, I thought I might lose my breath. She was the only one I ever truly loved. But today, she wasn't walking down the aisle to me. She was walking to him, the man she had chosen over me. I couldn't move. The pain weighed me down, pinning me to the spot as she smiled. Brightly at him, he reached out his hand, and she took it. The look in her eyes told me everything. It wasn't just love, it was certainty. I should have felt angry, betrayed, heartbroken, but all I could feel was the crushing weight of watching her be happy with someone else. I had known this day would come, but I wasn't prepared for the emptiness that followed. I had let her go, let her walk away from me. But seeing her with him, the man who had somehow become her everything, it hurt more than anything I could have imagined. The ceremony went by in a blur. I stood frozen, watching them exchange vows, promising a lifetime together. I told myself I should walk out, I should leave, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. I couldn't tear myself away. I had spent so many years loving her, and now all I could do was watch her marry someone else. The applause erupted as they sealed their vows with a kiss, and the entire room cheered. Ah! But in that moment, all I could hear was the deafening silence inside my head. The crowd began to disperse, and I slowly turned and walked away from the church, my eyes never straying far from her, even though she was no longer mine. Days passed, and I buried my emotions deep inside. I moved on, or at least I tried to, but every time I closed my eyes, I saw her face, heard her laugh. I felt the warmth of her touch. I was reminded of what I had lost. I couldn't hate her. How could I? She had made her choice, and I had to respect that, no matter how much it tore me apart. I thought if I gave her space, if I stayed away, it would be easier for both of us. But each day felt harder than the last. Then one day, out of nowhere, I heard a knock on my door. I wasn't expecting anyone. I had closed myself off from the world, from everything that reminded me of her. But when I opened the door, there she was, standing there in front of me with tears in her eyes. I froze. My heart skipped a beat. She looked different, tired, maybe, but still beautiful. There was a pain in her gaze that mirrored mine. And for a moment, I thought I was imagining it. But then she spoke, her voice trembling. "I made a mistake," she said, barely above a whisper. "I chose the wrong man. I didn't know how to respond. How could I? This was everything I had ever wanted to hear, but it felt like it was too late. Too much time had passed. Too much had happened. And yet there she was, standing in front of me, asking for a second chance. I don't know what to say," I finally managed, my voice thick with emotion. "You made your choice." She stepped closer, the pain in her eyes deepening. "I know, and I've regretted it every single day." For a moment, we just stood there, looking at each other, both of us unsure of what to do next. The years we had spent apart felt like an eternity, and the weight of everything that had happened hung heavily between us. "I was scared," she continued, her voice barely audible. "I thought I was doing the right thing, but I was wrong. I've tried, but I can't stop thinking about you. I can't stop missing you." I didn't know how to react. Part of me wanted to run to tell her that it was too late, that I couldn't just forget everything. But another part of Mitha, part that still loved her, wanted to reach out and pull her into my arms, to tell her that I had never stopped caring about her no matter what had happened. "I don't know if I can just forget what happened," I said softly. "You made your decision, and now I have to live with it." Her eyes filled with tears, and she took a step forward. "Please don't hate me," she begged. "I never wanted to hurt you. I never wanted to lose you. I don't." "Hate you," I replied, the words slipping out before I even realized it. "I could never hate you." And in that moment, something shifted. The pain I had been carrying for so long seemed to fade away, replaced by something I hadn't felt in years. Hope. She reached out, her hands trembling as she touched my face. "I love you," she whispered. "I always have." For the first time in so long, I allowed myself to believe it. I allowed myself to feel the warmth of her love again, to remember. The way we had once been before, everything fell apart. "I love you too," I whispered back, my voice thick with emotion. And for a brief moment, everything felt right. The world around us faded away, and all that mattered was the two of us together again. But even as I held her, I knew there would be challenges ahead. Our past was filled with mistakes, misunderstandings, and hurt. But we had been given another chance, and that was something I wasn't going to take for granted. We stood there for what felt like hours, holding each other. And I realized that love wasn't always about being perfect, sometimes. It was about fighting for what you wanted, even when it seemed impossible. "I don't know what the future holds," I said softly, breaking the silence. "But I know I don't want to lose you again." I don't want to lose you either," she replied, her voice steady now. "Learn from my mistakes. I just want to make things right." And with that, we took the first step toward healing, toward rewriting our story together.